If you guys are in need of any grinding services, hit up my guy Rose NBA on Twitter. From domination to getting you guys a 95 plus overall hidden gem, he does it all. What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the new things added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM today that you guys can take a big time advantage of. There are multiple things that obviously were added into the game today. We did see a 10 box, which I'll probably grind for open up. But it's not only do we see a 10 box, we also see some other things in the game. We see a part 2 of the Dia de los Muertos drop, as well as part 3, in which if you complete all of these part 2 challenges, you get a diamond skull. You complete all these part 3 challenges, you get a diamond skull as well. But not only that, you get 35 different opportunities for gold skulls as well. Now, the problem is you need specific cards. So, for example, you need Joe Ingles. For example, you need all of these specific cards. So, honestly, if I'm you guys, I'm going right in here and I'm buying some of these cards. Like, I feel like these cards are going to go up in price. At least I think so, right? Like, I got to make sure you need all of these cards. But if you do, I do think these cards will go up in price. For example, is Blatch in here? If Blatch is in here, yeah, he is in here. So, I do think these cards will go up in price because people are going to need to be grinding things with these cards. So, if I'm you guys specifically, I'm not necessarily doing what I'm going to do right now. However, I do think these cards are going to go up in price because if you're like me, you just don't have these cards sitting in your collection. You don't. Like, these cards are going to be cards that probably do increase in price as people are trying to get them for these specific challenges. But these cards should increase in price over the course of these challenges. So that's kind of annoying, the fact that you have to have a certain amount of MT to be able to even afford these cards. And more importantly than that, like, you got to have a certain amount of MT, or you have to have these cards in your collection. So I don't necessarily know if this is going to be worth it or not. We'll talk about that in a second. But there is no denying it that these Dia de los Muertos cards will increase in price. It's kind of annoying and frustrating because I did sell my James Donaldson today. I don't know for sure if he is going to be in these challenges or not. But yeah, these guys, it looks like it's just up to a ruby, so you don't need the diamonds, but these cards probably will go slightly up in price. Now, let's focus on the part 2 of challenges. What do you need to do? You need to win 5 games using 3 or more Dia de los Muertos players. Another reason why I believe the cheap cards will go up in price. You need 5 cards. Those cards should slightly go up in price. You need to win 7 breakout games in a row, and then you need to win 2 triple threat park or triple threat online games in a row. You do those 3 things, super easy to do. You can do the 7 game. You could use the 5 or 3 players winning 5 games. 5 games using 3 players. Do that in breakout. Win 7 games in a row. Then go to triple threat park. You're gonna guarantee yourself a diamond skull, which I know at this stage it's not a pink diamond skull, but diamond skulls are very valuable. Then again, these honestly aren't super difficult as well. You can use these players while playing the game, see exactly what they need, and you can add these to your collection. I would be less inclined to do the part 3 than the part 2. The part 2 to me is relatively easy. The part 3 seems a little bit crazy in my opinion. However, while you're grinding these in breakout, you can get a lot of these things done. For example, you need 3 double-doubles. You can get that done in breakout. You can get 18 assists with a point guard in a game. Scored 20 points in a game with a shooting guard 2 different times. 19 rebounds over multiple games with small forwards, 44 points with a point guard in a game, and getting 10 blocks with centers. All of these things you can do in breakout. And so what I would do if I were you guys today is head into breakout. Use these Dia de los Muertos cards. Start grinding all of these things out if you do want to indeed get them done. Now again, you don't have to do it all. For example, if you don't want to do it all, you don't have to. But you could possibly start chipping away at these things. For example, the first thing is in triple threat. So maybe in that, I knock down 2 threes with Mario Chalmers. And if I have Aaron Aflalo or any of these other guys, I can focus on that as well. So maybe I got Nazir Muhammad. Maybe I get a block with him. Maybe I combine that with getting rebounds with John. Doing all of these things should help you guys out. So for example, this first breakout game, if you're trying to combine all these things, I think I got Mario Chalmers right here. And then just see who else do I have in this set. Right now, I'm not exactly sure exactly who I got. Plug in Muhammad. I know he was obviously, I need to do something with him. And then again, search by Dia de los Muertos if you have the cards. Do think I need a steal with Aaron Aflalo as well. So I'm going to score with Mario Chalmers. Hopefully get a steal with Aaron Aflalo. And then with Nazir Muhammad, I got to get a block. So if I do those things in one game, I'll have 3 of my things done. Still a long way to go, not denying that, but I'll have 3 of my things done. And I'm getting a win in Breakout, and I am, getting a step closer to getting the 10 bucks. Whatever that is, whatever those challenges are, you're getting a step closer in that as well. This is kind of what I was so mad about this weekend is I felt like when you were grinding for SKULLS this weekend, there weren't other things to kind of grind for. Like at least today, there's other things that you specifically can grind for. Like you can grind for the 10 bucks. You can grind for other things in the game. And I think that's kind of what was lacking just slightly from this weekend's grind. So for me, am I going to grind the game a ton? I don't necessarily know. But what I do know is if I do grind the game a decent amount over the course of the next couple of days, I'll get super rewarded. Obviously with the 10 bucks, probably not going to get anything too special out of that, but with a bunch of SKULLS to add to my collection as well, which is super important for me. I'm trying to still get that legend badge as well as maybe adding anything else to my collection. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to do, but add some other things to my collection. And that is kind of one of my main goals right now. So definitely, guys, I would recommend you guys going and grinding out these challenges today. It shouldn't take you super long to do. Obviously, it's going to take you a little while, but it's not going to take super long. And I do feel like it's more worth it today to grind this out than it has been the past couple of days. And that's to me what it's all about. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Again, it's personal preference. It comes down to where your specific squad is at and how much you value SKULLS. But let's say, you're balling on a budget and for whatever reason you don't have Jaime Jaquez. Well, guess what? You can still grind this event today and go get Jaime Jaquez. All you need is one of those diamond SKULLS. You don't need anything too crazy. Get the easy diamond SKULL grind done and you are going to put your squad in a pretty solid position. So that's kind of, again, what I would recommend. Obviously got my block there with Muhammad. Now all I need to do is get a steal with Aaron Aflalo, and I'll knock out 3 of the players in one breakout game. Again, I got to win 7 breakout games anyways, and so you can get a lot of things done at once, and that's kind of what I would probably recommend for you guys. Obviously, you don't want to just grind to grind one thing. You don't want to grind just to grind SKULLS. You don't want to grind just to grind the 10 bucks. You don't want to grind Breakout just to grind Breakout. And so while you're grinding Breakout, you're gonna get some MT, you're gonna get some XP, you're gonna get some SKULLS, you're gonna get closer towards getting the 10 bucks. You're getting a lot of things done, and that's a thing that I personally really do like. As well as, there's still those other challenges, those Dia de los Muertos challenges, which I gotta, I guess, score with some Ruby players, I don't even know, with Sapphire players, get some things with Sapphire players. And so if you don't have those challenges done either, if you're like me and haven't finished those challenges, guess what? You're gonna combine these with all of those challenges as well, which again, at the start of this video, I didn't really even think about, but as I am grinding this out, I'm like, I'm using rubies, I'm using sapphires, I'm gonna get some of those other things done. So that's something that I would recommend you guys at least taking a look at, and I can kind of show you guys exactly what I mean after this first game here. But in that one game, I didn't get the steal with the Aflalo, that's fine, but guess what? I got a win in Breakout, 1 out of the 7 games needed. I scored 20 points with 10 points, I think, with Mario Chalmers. That's enough. I got a block with Muhammad. That's good. Plus, I want to showcase what else I'm doing. You guys can see Mexico City pack, whatever. I didn't even mean to get that done, but I got it done. But the big part for me is these part 1 challenges are going to get done as well. Blocks with Nazir Muhammad. I've already started on that. Scoring with Emerald players. I'm doing that right now. Or Ruby players. Knocking down 3s with Ruby players. That is getting closer to be done. So it's not just like you're grinding one of these things. You're grinding really 4 things at once. I'm grinding this. I'm grinding this. I'm grinding this. And then I'm going to start my grind towards this. Like I said, I got a block with the center. Going to continue to work on that. Scoring 20 points in a game with the shooting guard 2 times. I've already done that 1 time. And so those are the things that I'm really looking at knocking out all at once. Like I said, when you do have a full lineup game, you can start to do more and more things. But what I really would prioritize first is, again, determining really what you're wanting to ultimately get done. For me, I don't know how much of this I'm really going to grind. Like, I need rebounds with Vlade Divac, so he's the first guy I'm going to plug into my squad and breakout. But I don't know exactly how much I'm going to get done here. I really don't. I've got a lot of these cards just for the sole fact that I did open packs with my VC. But if you do not have these cards, then you got to probably prioritize getting this done, and that's it. You know, if you have the cards, part 3 might be worth it for you. It might not be worth it for you. And so that's the other thing you personally have to prioritize is, what do I want to get done? How much time do I have to grind all of these things out? But like I said, I would try to, if I'm you guys, grind all of these things out at once. And so, you know, combine all of these things, getting them done, using different cards in your collection definitely can help you guys out. So for me, that's kind of where I'm at. Even, you know, in this breakout game, I'm going to try to score with Joe Ingles because he does have a challenge as well. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to get score with Sapphires and get a lot of things done. So that's kind of my approach that I would take for it if I'm you guys. If you can combine all of these things, you're going to notice your squad really improve. And that is kind of what I personally would recommend for each and every one of you. Do need assists with Antonio Daniels. Perfect to combine with the Joe Ingles points. And like I said, when you can, if you have the players, you can knock out these 30 challenges super quickly. It just comes down to having those specific players to ultimately grind with. So that's kind of what I'm gonna probably continue to grind out, is just see, you know, how much I can get done in a short amount of time. Winning 7 breakout games is obviously a thing that I need to make sure I do. But outside of that, again, it shouldn't be super difficult. So gonna go into this next breakout game with this exact squad, worrying about getting, you know, the 10 points with Joe Ingles, assists with Antonio Daniels. But at the end of the day, I'm still grinding this out, getting blocks. Maybe I can, you know, get some rebounds with small forwards. Maybe get some 18 assists with a point guard, or maybe just get a double-double. Just chipping away at those things as well, because at the end of the day, I want to get these challenges done, want to get the 10 bucks, and keep moving forward in that right direction. That's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.